Hello, welcome to Summerfest Online 2020. Thank you very much for coming along to view these presentations. Just a quick reminder that we have a number of exhibitors in the exhibitors hall. If you want to go along and have a quick browse, maybe do some shopping, then we'd love to see you. And a quick reminder too about our wonderful sponsors, Yayo Hemp Products and Butte Island Cheese. They're also in the exhibitors hall and they'd love to see you too. If you've enjoyed the show, please remember this is a free event, and if you'd like to make a small donation, you'd be very welcome. Please go to the Friends of VegFest page to make a donation. And a reminder too, we have another show in November, London Online, and in next March, Plant Powered Expo. And you can find out all about that on VegfestUK. Thanks very much and enjoy the presentation.
Okay guys, hi, how are you? My name is Dave Sheahan. I'm a vegan triathlete and I'm here to talk to you about my presentation, or to do a presentation for you on how adopting a vegan lifestyle will explode and take your results and performance to a whole different level. So I'm going to start off just with giving you a little bit of background on myself and who I am. I am a vegan triathlete, as I said. I'm in a high performance consultant as well, working with individuals and athletes and business owners and entrepreneurs all over the world for the last 25 years and becoming the best them that they can become. And on 1st of January 2012 is when I went vegan. And promoting a vegan lifestyle became very much a big passion for me and very much a part of my coaching. And that's something that's been really, really important to me and something I'm really passionate about. And I've spoken, on online events, offline events, been part of VegFest for a number of years, sharing the message, growing awareness, educating people on why a vegan lifestyle is the best that you can do, and why, especially for athletes or anyone, if it's recreational trainers or professional Olympic athletes, how a vegan lifestyle will take your results, your recovery and your performance to a whole different level. So I hope what I'll share in this short presentation will make sense to you. I hope it'll give you a good idea of why a vegan lifestyle is the one you need to go to if you aren't already there, how you need to maybe improve on it if you already are vegan, because the thing is, we're all on a journey, and my journey started on the 6th of July 2005 when my son was born. And I'm going to go back to that and just tell you a bit about it, because that's the reason. People always ask me, why did you go vegan? What motivated you to go vegan? Well, let me be very clear and honest with you, because I believe in always being authentic and upfront. But on 6th of July 2005 when my son was born, being vegan was probably the last thing on my mind. It would have been something I would have said was 1,000,000,000 to 1 chance that I would ever go vegan, because it went against everything I'd ever been taught. Like, I had been in the industry, in the fitness, health, wellness industry for many years at that time. I'd invested hundreds of thousands in courses and coaches and mentors all over the world in educating myself. And, the message was always about protein and supplements and meat and, how you need so much protein all the time. And especially I started my career at the age of 17 in bodybuilding. And bodybuilding, of course, is very much, especially back then, I'm 42 now, back then very much was about meat and supplements of whey proteins and all these kind of things. And, that's what I thought you needed. If you want to build muscle, if you want to get fitter, if you want to get leaner, if you want to, become a better athlete, you need to have a lot of protein, you need to have a lot of supplements, you need to have a lot of whey protein. I used to set an alarm for 2 a.m. in the morning to get up and have a casein shake so that I continued my recovery while I was asleep. I took my training very seriously. I won a couple of competitions, most notably Body for Life competition, which some of you may have heard of. Big competition started by Bill Phillips in the United States and eventually went worldwide. It's something I was passionate about. Training has been massive to me always in my life, but also especially when I started my career in the fitness wellness industry at the age of 17. So when he was born, my then wife said to me he's going to be vegan, because she'd been vegan for the year before and vegetarian for about 10, 15 years before that. And I thought, oh my God, he's going to be raised vegan. Oh my God, he's going to be so sick. He's going to be in hospital within a couple of weeks. Christ, he might even die. Like, my mind, and not just my mind, all of our families. I have to give credit to my ex-wife at the time that she stuck to her guns. She wanted to do it no matter what anyone thought, and no one supported her. Everyone thought it was insanity, including myself. So here I was waiting for my son to get sick, which is not a nice situation. But days passed by, weeks passed by, months passed by, no sign of it. he was actually thriving. He was growing. The development was amazing. His cognition, years passed by, first year, second year, never been sick, not even a cold, not even a runny nose. It was amazing to watch and witness when it was totally against anything I'd ever seen with kids, because we assume kids are just sick. They're kids, they get sick, they get colds, they get everything. It's just normal. Like when I was a kid, I was in our hospital constantly for various things, but we assume it's normal. And here he wasn't. And his cousins or relatives within the family who were the same age or older, and they were constantly sick. And I was seeing this comparison, or what's going on here? You know, I'm seeing his development cognition-wise, walk and talk and development of his body, his growth. And I said, what's going on? This is making no sense to me. But maybe there's something to this. Like my ex-wife, for about a year before he was born, was on me, you have to look at this, you have to read this, watch this, whatever. But she'd always been to kind of different types of diets and everything. I just thought it's just a fatty diet. And especially when it was so against everything I had been brought up on in my life and in my career and everything I've been taught by mentors I highly respected and had invested so heavily in, I thought, this is absolute garbage. You can't eat meat. You can't have protein. You can't have whey protein. You can't have dairy. This makes no sense whatsoever. We need all this type of food. But it started my journey into discovering and analyzing and educate myself on how food is created, how food is distributed, what it does to our bodies, different types of food, the supplement industry, how it started, how it developed, again, what these things do to our bodies, how it's become a gazillion dollar company at this stage. And my eyes were open wide to the reality of what was going on in the food industry, and the supplement industry, and the pharmaceutical industry, and the medical industry, and all these different areas that are supposed to serve us and tell us what is going to be good for us. But in reality, we're doing the complete opposite, because humans, unfortunately, are like pawns, and these industries just see it as profit-making vehicles. So my eyes were wide open. A book, The China Study, was one of the first I read, which was a real eye-opener. Food Revolution, I thought was fantastic. Was it John Robbins, writer, Food Revolution? And Diet for New America was another one. They were the first three books I read, and they really opened my eyes. I spoke to different experts around the world, experts in the whole vegan, plant-based lifestyle, and people who had been vegan for a while. I started doing experiments myself, like cutting out dairy for 6 weeks and seeing what would happen. So over the course of like 7 years, from 2005 to 2012, I cut down on meat, eventually wiped it out. I cut down on chicken, eventually wiped it out. Then I was down to fish, some dairy, but not as much. Cut out the fish. I was adopting more and more vegan habits, vegan nutritional habits, and feeling all the better for it. And the biggest thing for me then, I was big into ice cream. I love ice cream, but I hadn't had Ben & Jerry's, which was my favorite, for about 6-7 months. I was speaking at an event in Salt Lake City in 2011, about September, I think it was. And so I went afterwards, got my meal, saw Ben & Jerry's, said, hey, treat myself for a good day's work. Went back to the hotel, turned on a movie, ate the meal, went to have the ice cream, and thought, oh, I can't wait for this. Spoon, it tasted sour. And I was like, what? Sour? And I remembered from stuff I had read and researched, it said when you give up dairy for a while, when you have it again, it does tend to taste quite sour. I thought, oh, well, that ruins that, into the bin, because I didn't want it. It didn't taste nice. I thought, right, what's left? You know, I kind of not eating much dairy at all. That's ice cream gone out the window. Had given up fish, chicken, meat, everyone says, look, what have we got to lose? Let's give it a 100% vegan lifestyle a go from the 1st of January 2012. And I can tell you right now, it was without doubt the best decision I have ever made for my health, and so many other reasons then as well. But people always ask, why did you do it? That's my story of how I got to there. But my reason was purely on performance basis. I've always made decisions on food, supplements, training based on what will make me perform better, because that has been the biggest thing to me always. And my performance was improving all the time during that 7 years. It was getting better in terms of my performance each time. My recovery, I was able to go for longer, for harder. I wasn't getting as many injuries. All these type of things were happening during the 7 years. And what happened when I went to 100% vegan was it just accelerated. And this is a big reason why I stressed to you that it will take your performance and your recovery to a whole different level. At the end of the day, with training and getting results. Now, this doesn't matter whether you're trying to get lean and toned. You might be a bodybuilder or a fitness model or just a normal recreational trainer, and you want to get a six-pack or just lean abs or tight toned muscles. It will help you with that. It loses body fat faster than 8 times. It will help you to build muscle, which goes against everything that I was ever taught. And anyone who isn't vegan or hasn't really explored it or even vegetarian, it'll go against everything you ever taught before, because you think, oh no, you need protein. You need loads of protein. You need loads of meat and chicken and fish and eggs and all these kind of things. But the reality, no, you don't. And this was a big shift I had to go through. This is why I've always experimented on myself first, and when something works, then I recommend to others. So, I didn't start recommending vegan lifestyle to anyone until the 1st of January 2012, when I was 100% vegan, 100% confident that this was the right way to go. Because I'd done experiments myself, for 6-week periods, 3-month periods, all different things in terms of cutting something out, putting it back in, seeing how I felt, seeing what happened as a result of it. And like I said, the difference was amazing, like truly, truly amazing. I can guarantee you that you will feel an amazing impact. Whether it be you're already vegan, you go to become a more cleaner, whole food based vegan, where you're veggie and you move to vegan, whether you're eating lots of chicken and fish with no meat and you move more direct into veggie and vegan, whether you eat loads and loads of meat and dairy and whey protein shakes and creatine, all those kind of things that I used to do back then, which is the complete opposite of vegan, and then you go towards vegan, the difference will be amazing. Like I said, you lose fat faster, you'll build muscle faster, you'll become faster if you're an athlete. You'll jump higher, you'll go faster on bikes, swimming, running, your sport, your brain will work better. Like 20% of our calories goes to our brain. And when you're consuming predominantly a vegan lifestyle or a fully vegan lifestyle, your brain's getting nutrition if it's whole food now. Because a lot of junk food vegans out there, and again, if you're junk food vegan, I'd say move more and more towards whole food vegan, because that is the optimal, but again, step by step. But your brain gets 20% of the calories you consume, so it's important to give it the right calories. So when you're eating whole food vegan, your brain is getting the best calories it can possibly get. So it's amazing the difference it will make to your brain as well. So focus, concentration, memory, all these things. What do you think that does in training, especially if you perform at a high level? Or any kind of level, like it's all relative. You've got the Olympic athletes, you've got the general athletes, like professional athletes, you've got your normal Joe So athletes. We're all working at our own personal level, okay? So for you to give it the best you can, you want to get the best nutrition into your body. Now, like I said, for me, when I made the decision, it was 100% based on performance, purely for selfish reasons. It made me perform better, made me recover better. It was a no-brainer. Over time then, as I became more and more aware of the animal cruelty aspect of the way the world works, which I had some awareness in my research, of course, but I became more and more aware, because once you kind of invested in this lifestyle, you tend to become more aware of stuff, wake up to stuff more, and you continue researching and educating yourself anyway. And also then about the planet. So now for me, it's about health, performance side of things. It's, from a selfish point of view that way, it's for the planet, and it's for animals as well. And I think that's the same for everybody. I think everyone comes into one of those three, but in the end, within a short space of time, you're passionate about all three of them. And right now, I'm really passionate about all three of them. But I want to be getting clear up front. I came in for selfish reasons. For me, my performance, my health improving, all these kind of things. So like for my health, I had different types of health conditions where I was considered super, super fit, but internally I wasn't healthy. I went through few different health conditions over the years. I had a lot of stress and all that too, at different periods of my life, but the nutrition I was putting in my body, the toxicity I was putting in through food I thought was feeding me and supplements I thought were feeding me, were actually creating a very toxic environment. Okay. Now, why do I say again that it'll increase your performance and your recovery? There's various different reasons for this. Our bodies work best, again, with whole food. That's what it's designed for. Our body's not designed to consume loads of capsules and chemicals and toxicity that comes in through food and supplements. It's not designed for that. We're designed to break down real food. So if you take before, and for most people who are taking some form of supplements and powders and gels and pills and shakes and all that kind of stuff, if they're synthetic, the body can't break it down. Now, normal lifestyle, again, when people eat meat, chicken, and various supplements, especially if they're in training, that's creating a very toxic environment within you. What does toxicity cause? It causes your body to not work as optimally as it possibly could, which means that those toxins would usually end up converting to fat cells, most likely onto your tummy. So a lot of fat that people have on their tummy area is just down to toxicity that's developed and become fat cells, and that's on your belly. Okay, so that's what happens. So in terms of getting leaner, it makes such a difference when you're taking in whole food, vegan sourced foods, because you're decreasing that toxicity. Okay, then you take in terms of animal proteins like chicken, fish, meat, dairy products, eggs, all that, and then you add in all the processed food that's in the animal-based food industry. You're taking in hormones, you're taking in antibiotics, you're taking testosterone, you're taking in steroids, you're taking in so much extra stuff that's given to the animals that we then ingest as well. So you're not just eating a steak, you're eating a steak that's got loads of hormones and antibiotics and all these kind of things, growth hormones, everything, testosterone. And not to mention, when you're lining up to basically be killed, all the cortisol are releasing, because people can fool themselves all they want. These animals know what's going on. Once that first animal goes in and is taken out, the others know. They know instinctively, no different than humans if they're lining up. So there's tons of cortisol release as well. So much that we're taking into our bodies that creates such a toxic environment. And the more toxins you have in your body, the less fat you can burn, the more fat that you'll store, the less muscle that you can build because the body's not working optimally. The worse your brain's going to work, the worse your body's going to be, the more pain you're going to feel in your body, because most pain is down to acidity inside your body. Not all, but most, okay? And this is where, you can't generalize, like any statement to make it, not about generalizing for everybody, because we all experience things in different levels, okay? But certain things are true in terms of their truth, and the level of experience we all have among those truths will vary, okay? But the point is, you don't want to experience them anyway, because you don't need to experience them. We don't need to experience high levels of acidity in our body and high levels of toxicity in our body, okay? We don't need to. It will bite you in the ass at some stage, in whatever form it will be. Of course, there's exceptions. People who drink and smoke and do no exercise live till 95. Just like you have a 30-year-old who drops out of a heart attack and seemingly had a very healthy life. There's exceptions, but the majority will be impacted by general rules that are real general rules, okay? So when you've less toxicity in your body, limited toxicity even, more fat burnt, more muscle built, your performance in terms of, let's say for me, like I do triathlon, so I'm cycling, I'm running, I'm swimming, I'm doing weight training, all of the performance in each of them, I can go harder practically every single session. Before I was vegan, I couldn't go full on every session. I couldn't progress every session. It would be sometimes because I would need longer to recover. Okay, sometimes it just didn't have that oomph. I could be out on a cycle and 50 minutes in, it then becomes a challenge. It's like I'm against a wall. I'm very determined, so I push through it. But when I went vegan first, I would hit that 50 minutes, hit a little wall, but then I got an extra gear. It was like I had this extra gear in me that I could push on hard again. I push on even harder. That's one thing I found really, really strange, that I would get to a stage where it seemed like my energy was starting to dip and I'm starting to get to a struggling point, but then I would actually hit another gear where I go higher again, which mightn't make much sense, but that's exactly what was happening. That's why what I want to impress upon you is that this is the benefits of a vegan lifestyle over, again, let's say a normal one that most people are following, okay? And this will be the same for everyone, maybe varying degrees, but everyone's going to have this type of impact. I'm vegan now 8.5 years at this stage, and it has only been that way, positive all the way, and better the more I've improved. I've been vegan all the time, but initially I would have a certain amount of processed type foods and what I consider transition type foods for vegan, like the fake meats and so on. But over time to this point, and for probably the last 3-4 years especially, I eat predominantly whole food vegan. I make everything of my own food from scratch. I'm not saying you should do that now. I'm saying you should aim towards that. I'm putting into my body so much fruit every day, so much salad every day, so much vegetables every day. All the foods I make are from scratch. All the beans, legumes, all that kind of thing, grains, all going into my body from scratch, which means it's getting optimal nutrition. And that's why, again, like I practically feel impregnable in terms of my immune system, in terms of my energy, and in terms of my performance and training and my recovery. Now, it doesn't mean I am impregnable, but I'm very impregnable, if that makes sense, okay? And all we can do, like I tell people and tell clients, it's about ticking the boxes. There's loads and loads of boxes for optimal health and vitality and energy and all of that, and brain function. How many boxes you ticking? The more of them you're ticking, the more optimal life that you're going to experience, okay? More optimal life and energy, brain function, recovery, the whole lot. All I can tell you is that since I've gone vegan, along those 7 years leading to it, I was improving. Since I went 100% vegan 1st of January 2012, it's only got better and better and better. And what has happened? I've got older. Even though I'm 42 now, I can perform and recover better than I did when I was 20. And it doesn't matter whether it's running, cycling, swimming, or weight training, whether that be for toning, whether it be for endurance building, or if it's for actual muscle building. Whatever I'm training for, it doesn't matter what it is. Fat burning as well, I will get accelerated results compared to when I was 20 on an animal-based diet and loads of supplements Like I used to spend 120 quid a week on supplements back then. I used to do everything because I will do everything I can to get the best performance, okay? So that's the point I'm stressed a bit so far. It's like with this, I wouldn't be on a vegan lifestyle unless it would improve my performance. That was my gateway. That's what got me in. And since then, as I said, I've been bought more into the animal cruelty and the planet and all that side of things as well. Okay, so your performance will improve. It's like for me right now, what am I training for right now? Well, I'm training to qualify for the World Ironman Championships in Kona, Hawaii 2021. Okay, so I'm used to doing Olympic distance triathlon, and I've done pretty okay in it, but I'm taking it to a whole different level. You talk about going from, like you do a swim, bike, run, going from 1.5 kilometer swim to 3.8 kilometer swim, going from 42 kilometer cycle to 180 kilometer cycle, going from 10 kilometer run to a full marathon of 42 kilometers. That's a hell of a jump, but I know 100% that I can do it. And I can not only do it in terms of just physically be able to do that, but I can get the qualifying time I need of 10 hours or less. Because when you're not a professional athlete, like this race is for professional athletes. Okay, it's the Ironman World Championships. Pros are the ones who are doing it. But normal Joe So's, ordinary people like myself, like you, can get a place if you hit a certain qualifying time for your age bracket. For my age bracket, I have to get just under 10 hours, which is an incredibly fast time. But I'm 100% confident I will. Why? Because I know what I'm feeding my body is going to give me the optimum recovery. Okay, and if I put in the effort in my training, and I know what to do with training, because I know my life has been dedicated to this for 25 years, high performance, I know what I'm capable of. I know my strategies will work. I know that my nutrition will work. I know I'm going to get there. It's no different than when I won the Body for Life competition. I set a plan. I knew would work if I followed it. I followed it. I got it. So, for me, to get a place in the World Ironman Championships, Kona, Hawaii 2021 as a vegan athlete, it's going to be massive for me. It's going to be another big tick and big high five for the vegan community and vegan athletes and veganism in general. And it's great to see so many vegan people, athletes becoming vegan now, because so many athletes now are starting to see the benefits of it, and especially on things like MMA, which would have never been one that you would ever think that would have athletes going vegan, because we thought it was too macho and stuff like that and too alpha male. But at the end of the day, they want performance. They don't care what kind of ethical stance the whole thing might mean. They want higher performance. This is why I'm saying to you, no matter who you are, if you're a recreational trainer, you just want to lose a bit of fat and build a bit of muscle, whether you're like a semi-athlete, an amateur athlete, whatever sport you play, whatever discipline you do, if you're a pro athlete, if you're an Olympic athlete, adopting a vegan lifestyle will take your performance and your recovery to a whole different level. Okay, a whole different level. I've experienced it personally. I've seen it in the hundreds and thousands of clients I've coached all over the world, from the ordinary Joe So, the ordinary housewife or office worker or executive, to athletes competing at a very high level. When you're implementing a vegan lifestyle, especially a whole food vegan lifestyle, the results are unbelievable. With the whole food thing, work towards it. And wherever you are in your journey towards veganism, whether you're way off over here, or you're veggie considering going vegan, or you're vegan for a couple of years, but mainly, focus on transitional kind of foods and fake meats and junky kind of foods, move more and more towards whole food, and you will see the difference in your physical shape, your physical energy, your results, and your brain function. I can't stress enough to you the importance of brain function, because at the end of the day, your mind will determine what you do in life in every single way. Now, if your brain's working more optimally, you're going to make better decisions, you're going to have better focus, you're going to have better concentration, better memory, better mindset, better positive mental attitude. All these things make such a massive, massive difference. So guys, I can't stress enough to you, okay, that a vegan lifestyle will take your performance results to a whole different level. Another very important thing in the whole recovery aspect and performance, when you're training and training hard, your chance of injury is dramatically increased. Okay, we see it all the time, athletes getting injured on a regular basis, and it's accepted as normal, when this shouldn't happen. If your body's really, really strong, if your body's really, really healthy, if you're taking care of your body, take care of your flexibility, training properly and safely while still giving it that oomph and that hard effort, if you're feeding it the right kind of food, so you're mainly alkaline instead of acidic within your body, feeding it the right food so it recovers faster, so you become a fitter, stronger, better athlete, then these things shouldn't happen, and they won't. Like for me, like before I went vegan, I was getting injuries quite regularly. Stupid things, even when I was playing football and stuff. Twist my ankle a few times, broke my ankle, had falls, broke wrists, things like that. Now, these things can happen, but also your body is weaker. I've had falls. I've had games of football where, I've had bad tackles done on me, or I've twisted my ankle and stuff, and my body's been stronger. It's endured. It doesn't mean it's impossible to break or fracture something, but it means it's giving your body a better chance to be able to take it and not break. It's like I'm saying with me being impregnable from an immune system point of view. It's the same with injuries. It gives you a better chance of not getting injuries. Or even if you get an injury, you'll recover much faster. It's like when I have clients who get ill, even if it's just a cold or flu, or they get something very serious, or if they get an injury, like one of my clients right now, she fell there 2 weeks ago and she fractured her ankle very badly. As I said to her at the time, and I've said to her since, remembering nutrition, what you put in your body is feeding your body and will recover it much faster. Like if they say it'll take 8 weeks, you can get it done in 5 or 6 weeks if you put the right food into your body. Because remember, whatever you put into your mouth is going to feed your body. It's going to feed it to recover if you've got an injury. It's going to feed it to give you energy. It's going to feed it. It's going to feed your brain. It's going to help with your performance. What you put in your mouth is massive, whether it be the food you put in or the liquid you put in. So you need to again get focused on putting the right food in, because it's a choice. This is the thing people have to get in their head. It's a complete choice. You decide what you put in. This is why you can't have excuses. You can't blame other people. The only thing you can say is if you genuinely didn't have the knowledge, which maybe you didn't have until now. Okay, this may be giving you some wake-up call. This may be giving you some knowledge you didn't have before. When you have it, if you have the knowledge and you still don't act on it, that's your fault, no one else's fault. And same goes with when people know about veganism, know about the food industry, how it works, know about factory farming, know what happens to chickens and cows and fish and everything, all the different parts of the industry, know how supplements are created and what's in them, know what happens with processed food and what's in them. When you know that and you still consume it, can you own yourself to blame? Okay, so this is about taking personal responsibility. And this is something I drill into people all the time, personal responsibility. You can be the best you that you can be. You can experience optimal health. You can experience optimal energy. You can experience optimal leanness in your body, muscle and tone, performance levels. You can be incredible. We've all unlimited potential. It's what goes on in here will determine what potential you can reach, and your decisions and your actions. Okay. Now I know that's a little bit of a tangent off pure veganism, but it's important you start to see all these things together. It's like for me, I coach people in psychology and mindset and motivation, exercise, sleep, lifestyle, self, time management, but important nutrition, because nutrition determines everything. What you put in determines everything, how quickly you recover. So, if you want to decrease your chances of injury, consume a vegan lifestyle, vegan nutritional lifestyle. It will make a dramatic difference to your results, okay? In terms of, as I said, injury prevention. But like with every kind of prevention, you can't possibly prevent everything. It's like for me, I feel I'm impregnable from an immune system point of view. It would take a lot to make me sick. Doesn't mean it's impossible, but if I get sick, I will recover much faster than someone who doesn't follow the type of nutrition lifestyle I do. So if you look at it, prevention is the goal, but at least in treatment, you can feel confident they will recover faster than would be assumed by medical professions or anybody, okay? This is where, again, nutrition comes in. This is where living a vegan lifestyle comes in. Okay, guys? So, I want to stress that point to you, whether you're, wherever you are in your spectrum right now in terms of, as I said, you're vegan, you may even be raw, which is going to be the optimal if it's done right, or you may be an avid meat eater and guzzling down €100 worth of sports supplements, synthetic supplements a week, like I used to before. Wherever you are, all that matters is you move this direction. Move this direction. Keep moving towards a whole food, plant-based vegan lifestyle, because it is the optimum. It will give you the most energy. It will give you the best recovery, the best performance. It will do everything to allow you to live an optimum life. And that's what we all want to do. We all want to do that. And keep remembering, whether it be meat, whether it be chicken, whether it be fish, whether it be eggs, whether it be dairy of any kind, whether it be processed animal products, they're all highly acidic. What does acidity do? It makes your body work less. Like the body can't stay acidic for very long. It's like milliseconds. So what does the body do? When you put this stuff into your body, the bloodstream, again, it's milliseconds or you're dead. It has to become alkaline again. You have to have a certain pH in your blood all the time. So it leaches the vitamins and minerals it needs from your bones and from your body. Okay, so it will always self-regulate. That's how the body is absolutely amazing. But what does that do? That then leads to problems in the long term. So we have to start seeing the bigger picture. It's about life. It's about the bigger picture. It's about your future. It's about longevity. It's about being 80, 90, or 100 and having independence, not being wheeled around, not relying on 60 different tablets, not having someone take care of you and helping you to go to the toilet. It's about having independence and having good health and vitality. And if you want to run a marathon at 95, you can do it. This is something you can have. This is the power you have, but you have to take personal responsibility. Okay, and I can't stress that point enough to you. So, there's so much to be gained by adopting a vegan lifestyle, and it's all about awareness, all about educating yourself. Keep looking at different things. Look at my information, look at all different people out there's information, have an open mind. That's what's key. Like for me, back in 2005, when my son was born, even though it was something I thought was absolute craziness and insanity, I said an opened enough mind to actually be willing to look at the information and then make up my own mind. That's one thing I always stress, whether I'm speaking to you or whoever's speaking to you, you make up your own mind. Don't just swallow something because someone said it. You make up your own mind on what you feel is right and wrong, but make sure you grow in awareness. Like, congratulations to you for watching this and for all the other presentations you'll watch throughout this whole wonderful event, VegfestUK Summerfest. All you're going to hear and see and listen to, people you're going to talk to over this weekend and beyond. I'm sure you're going to carry some conversations on. Well done to you for taking action on that and wanting to explore more, being open-minded enough to look for potential avenues to improve your health, improve your vitality, to improve your performance, improve your results, to just improve your life, because that's the power you have. And this is why I'm talking about personal responsibility all the time, and I always do. I always drill it in. We have personal responsibility to take that, because we all have the power to feel amazing, to be amazing, but we have to take personal responsibility. All right. So I hope you've enjoyed this presentation again on why adopting a vegan lifestyle will take your performance and recovery to a whole different level. I hope I've given you some food for thought. I hope I've educated you a little bit. Hope even maybe inspired you a little bit. I'm here all weekend. I'm hosting the fitness area, so catch me there. I'll be interviewing some amazing people throughout that the fitness area section. I'll be in the live chat box to talk to you whenever you want. I'm happy to help you in any way I possibly can, and you can catch me in any social media then as well. I'm happy to help you in any way I can, so just reach out. But have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy VegfestUK Summerfest Online. It is an amazing event. Tim and the team have put together something amazing here, and to start something really wonderful and precious. And enjoy it, make the best of it. And if I can help in any way, let me know. Okay, so have an awesome time. Enjoy the rest of the presentations. Enjoy everything that you attend. Make the best of it. Keep an open mind and think critically. And you decide what's best for you, but at least do so informed, so you can make informed decisions. All right, so hope you enjoy this. Do let me know your feedback. It's super important to me. I'm very passionate about the whole vegan movement. I'm very passionate about helping people in general. That's why the last 25 years of my life is dedicated to high performance and how to help people get the best out of their lives. And of course, nutrition plays such a massive, massive part in that. So reach out to me if I can help. Enjoy the rest of the event.